Hi everyone, good morning. It's Rita from Miss Rita to the Rescue. How are you all today? Last night we had a semi-fail live chat. I mean, I had a little trouble with the hookups and everything. and also with a little bit of the infusible ink that I'm going to go back to the drawing board on. But this morning I'm back at it, and I am doing some Celtic knot cards. I want to show you them. And what I'm doing is I'm going to give you the file for this, okay? But basically, this one here, I created these, all four of these. Well, two of them are the same. So there's this one that's the shamrock, and then this one, which is the Celtic knot. And these are tabbed cards, but these were made on my maker. So I want to show you that I'm going to give you the file for this. So if you have a maker or an explorer, hello Amy, welcome. If you have a maker or an explorer, you can make these on that. And now I converted the file to a Joy card, matte card. Hey Mayra, welcome. So I converted the file to a Joy card mat file. It's a little tricky, and I want to show you my first attempt. So the first attempts, I didn't center the image right on the card mat, so those tab parts got kind of cut off, which wasn't very good. So then my second attempt got better. I moved it, but still the tabs. So what I did for the third attempt is I made the tabs come in a little bit further into the card. I still moved the image, but I want to see how that comes out, and I think it's just about done. It's working on the tab part. If I can't get this right, then I can also just give you the file. Looks a little bit, it looks like maybe it's gonna work. Let's see, unload. Yeah, see, so this one here, it's trial and error, you know? But this one here is on the card mat, so it's the Joy one, but the tabs seem to be the issue here because it cuts out great. I figured out how to take a card and do this. It's really that part simple, which is just basically you're taking an image and sort of centering it on the mat. That's a no-brainer, but it's the tabs that are kind of a difficult thing. Let's see. Yeah, so the way this one's set up, the tabs are not going to fit in there correctly. So I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board. Or, you know, the other thing you could do is if we wanted to, I could publish this without the tabs, and you could use glue, but I know a lot of people don't like glue. I'm not a huge fan of glue myself, but yeah, you could use glue. Actually, I did use a tiny bit of glue in these ones because of the intricate cuts here. So hi, Athena. You know, they were kind of poking up a little bit. So I used a little bit of, see here, this is a part that I didn't put glue, but over here I did put glue on the inside edge because of the intricacy of the cut. And then here too, I did a little bit of glue so you could see, but this one here, no glue. So I wanted you to see the difference. And even though these are, let's see. So this one was glued, but with the tabs, and this one was not glued, also with the tabs. And you see what I mean about it kind of poking up? I noticed that with all of the Joy cards, if you're not tacking it down just in a couple of strategic places, it will sort of lift. So maybe just going forward when you're doing the Joy cards, it might be useful to tack it down a little bit with a little bit of glue. And I'm going to keep trying here, and I'm going to see what I can do. Let's see. I wanted to show you. So this is what I did. Let's go back to the canvas. I have to cancel. So here is this image, and basically how I got there was I found these images that I liked, these Celtic knot images that I liked. And so I really liked them, and I thought, let's put it on a card. So what I did was I went to images, and so in here I typed in cards. And this is the cartridge search. Can you see that? And I put in cards, and I found this, the Kwik corner cards, which is, there's 16 of them, which is really cool. And this is great. So if you're working, say, on a Maker or Explore, this is perfect because all you do is you pull one in, and let's ungroup this. Let's see. Actions. Ungroup. I want to get rid of the envelope because I don't like the envelopes. So so here is the card. You can't really see too well. Let me change the color here because it's hard to see. Color. It's hard to see the scoring. Come on, I want to choose that. All right. Okay. So here you see this came from images, that Kwik corner cards, right? And it has the score line here. Actually, it's listed as cut line. So what you'd have to do is change it to a score line. I don't know why I did that, but let's change it to, is it allowing me to do? That's weird. All right. Well, I was able to do it on my desktop version. I'll figure something out about that. But so I took this this image of the card, right? And this is the back, in the back of the card. And then I took this, which I found just by typing in Celtic. So I typed in Celtic, and it came up with a whole bunch, and there were a few that I really liked, including the shamrock, and then that beautiful knot. So you could choose which ones you want here. So let's just pull in this one because I like it so much. And then I was able to take this, size it to wherever I wanted it to be. Let's make it bigger so you can see it. All right. And you're going to want to size it so that there's some space around it, and also maybe that it's centered, right? And then you're going to group the whole thing, and you can either do a slice, as long as if you took away the score line, which score line is now a cut line for whatever reason. But anyway, so let's say that's still a score line. You could do attach, and then the attach would cut out that image straight from there. So if we went to make this on the Maker or the Air, okay, the Explorer, Air 1, 2, regular, this would cut out score and cut this out, and then you could do this. This card was made on I'm not Melody, Susan. I'm Rita. Melody is another product expert for Cricut. But so this is a card that I created. I'm going to give you the file for this, and this one is going to cut on both the Explore machines and the Maker machines. And then I'm going to also give you the file for the Joy cards as well. And I just wanted you to see my thought process and how I create those cards. So that is how you do the, good morning, Lori Jo. Oh, you went to Michael's. Did they having a big sale this weekend? I heard they were having a big sale. Okay, so, and then in terms of how I did it for the Joy, so you can understand how I did it, and maybe you can work on those tabs. Let me just get rid of these for now. Is I took that corner card that I found, right? Images, right? Let's go back. Cards. Well, actually, we're going to go back to cartridges. I'm going to choose one of these. Insert. Oh, somebody was asking me how to do this. So I hope that person's going to watch and maybe they'll tell me that they did it. But anyway, okay, so what I did was I did this card, the Kwik corner card, and then I found the image again. So let me find the image again. Celtic. And here it is. Insert it. All right. And to do the Kwik corner cards now, cardstock 3 for $10. Lots of buy one, get 50%. Oh, hi, Susan. Yeah, Miss Rita. Sorry. Well, Lori Jo is reporting that cardstock is 3 for $10. That's probably the 8.5 by 11 inch cardstock. Lori Jo, the kind that's in the packs of 50, the Recollections brand, because that's the stuff I buy, and I'm running low on a couple of colors. I need to get some white and some greens. I don't know. I'm running low on greens and pinks. I need pink. So anyway, so getting back to this. So I have this card that is a quick cut corner card or whatever you want to call it, that tongue teaser. I took out the score line because I don't need it. And then I have this card. Now I'm going to go hide contour down here. This is contour, okay? Hide contour. And what this brings up is the contour means like the cuts. And so if you ever want to just hide one cut, like basically have your machine cut all but one thing or some things, this is where you're going to do it. And we want to hide the outside of the card, the actual card, right? And then you'll come back here and boom, there is our Joy card, really. You see that? And so now we have a card that is, and we're going to have to group it. So actually, I think we have to attach it. Let's attach it. And it changes the color, but big deal. We know what color we're going to cut it in. But I could change it back to green. All right. So when I go to make this one here will not cut on the Joy. So what I'm going to do is just get rid of it. But when I go to make this, let's make it. Did it go? Come on, make it. I chose on the card mat. Now this is where I'm thinking maybe I should do it on the mat. I don't know. On the card mat it says, I don't know what the difference is here. Except that, maybe pressure. So maybe I'll try this on the mat itself and then I can control what, here we go. So you see here, thanks, Dawn. So this, Dawn, are you the one that asked me about how to make the Joy cards on the Maker? Because we've gone over that. Maybe you're not. I'm trying to remember who asked me. But so here is our, you know what? I think I might go back to it being on the card mat because, sorry, you're seeing how my brain works, I guess. And so we're going to do it on the card mat. And there it is, okay? Now this is where I ran into a little bit of problem because when I put my paper on the mat, right? I'm putting it on the mat, but I gotta move my image because my image, I want it to cut so that those little tab things are gonna cut without getting so close to the edge here. So this is one of those, I think we have to just sort of fuss with it a little bit. I hope you don't mind. So let's try this one and see what happens. Go. Okay, choose, insert cardstock. Okay, so we're going to try that. But for those of the people that are joining us now, I did take these cards that I'm going to give you, right? Hello, Lisa. I did take these cards that are for the maker and for the explorer. So I made these cards with the tabs. So you're able to make the joy cards on the maker. That the only difference here is that you're going to do scoring here. And you can use the scoring stylus even with the maker. And you're going to cut out the whole card. And on the joy, what you're going to cut out is what's on the mat. So it cuts out the folded card and it gets rid of the scoring, you see? But the issue that I'm dealing with here is aligning it so that these little tabs are aligned with the actual size. I don't have that issue here because it has the square around it, and so I know that it's within the points. So that's what we're kind of working on. Actually, I think the card looks better this way. And so these are the two different cards. This one here, the Shamrock, and this one here, the Celtic Knot, that I'm going to give you the file for each one of these for Explore and for Maker, okay? And then I'm also going to give you the Joy files, which is what we're cutting out now. But if you were going to cut this out with the Joy, you have to sort of finagle the image so that it cuts correctly on it so that the tabs are here. But when you get the file, and I'll post it after this video, but when you get the file, do know that you're going to have two types of files. And over on the layers area, you know, you can turn whatever. Say you have a maker and you want to just cut out the maker version, which is the one that has the full square and the scoring, then you would go and take the Joy version and eyeball it out, you know, turn it off so you can't see it, and then you'd cut this on your maker. And if John, do you have a maker or Explorer or Joy? I wish I could just kind of say, do you have a Joy or another machine? Maybe I'll say it that way. But so what you're going to get when you get the file is you're going to get two types of cards. You're going to get the Joy cards, you're going to get the other cards, and the other cards have the scoring here and as well as the cut all around. The Joy card is just going to have this part here, and that's so you can use it on the card mat. So I don't want you to get confused when you pick up the yeah, see, we still have to kind of work around this because look. So it cut out beautifully, except for those tabs. Here we go. All right, so it cut out beautifully, except the tabs are off. So I don't know if I have to move it up or something, but that's something that I think it's going to take a little practice. But now that I understand the technique, I can now give you the cards in both formats, and so that way, you know, everybody is happy, and we can all, you know, cut these cards, whether you have the joy or whether you have the maker. We can cut these cards on any machine. And I hope that is helpful to you all. And I'm going to go ahead and post that after we get off. I also wanted to show you this. I put a picture up about it, but this is cut on the Joy, and you can also cut it on the Maker or the Explorer, and I'm going to give you the file for that. I'll put it also in the description. But what I really love about it, and here's home is where the mom is, and love, is the incredible intricacy. Like, I don't know, I'm sure there are other machines that can do this kind of cutting, but it's just so amazing to me the way that this comes out. And I did cut it. It's small enough. I mean, if you wanted to make it larger, but I think this is a good banner size. And it's, you know, I don't think it needs, because I love the intricacy. I'm not going to put something in the back, although you could do that, but I think it's just so lacy and pretty, and it cuts beautifully on the Joy, but it would also cut on the other machines as well. So I'm going to give you that, and you can basically, there are little holes at the top here that you can string ribbon or twine in to make this really pretty. Let me show you the way I had it set up. Was I put like that one there. Oh, good, Dawn. I'm glad. So I put this one in the middle. Home is where mom is. And then I put the loved ones on this end. I think that's the way I'm going to string them and hang them up. So, which is just really fun. So, so I will give you in the description of this video, so come back because I have to do a few things to post it. I'll give you these files as well as the file for the banner, so you can make them today if you're stuck at home, or you're just having a crafting day. You can pick those up. Now when you pick them up and you bring them into your design space file, hi Wendy, oh yes, hi Wendy from Minnesota, Brainerd. When you pick up the file, make sure you save it to your design space, because you may want to play with it and come back to it. So save it to your version of design space, so that way you don't have to keep looking for my link. And the other thing that I want you to know is that all of these images come from Access. So if you're a Cricut Access member, you can pick these up and it costs nothing. But you can open and look at this file even if you're not an Access member. It's just you're going to be charged for the images that you cut. And when you're charged for that image that you cut, you will have that image once you pay for it that one time. Okay, so you will have that, and so it's yours to keep if you're not an Access member. If you are an Access member, then you don't have to worry about anything. You can cut these to your heart's content. And I hope that that you guys like these images. I'm coming back later. I don't know if it's going to be today, because I've got some stuff I have to do, but I'm going to come back with a like kind of a shadow box for St. Patrick's Day. And I'm not sure if I'll use this image, but I really like this one, this Celtic knot. So do make sure you're following me or you're subscribed to my YouTube channel. I'm going to move this video over to YouTube as well. And we're going to have some fun for the rest of the weekend. So I hope everybody has a wonderful morning, and you pick these up and you make them and show me what you made, okay? I'd love to see what your take is on them. Thanks everybody for coming today. We'll talk to you again really soon. Bye.